Hey, and welcome to episode number 15 of the Modern Gaming Weekly podcast. I am your host, the Able Geek, Able himself, and I'm joined with Chips and the Brown Baymax today. How you guys doing tonight?
Doing pretty good.
Tired, a little light on the wallet, but I'm here.
Oh man, that's the story
Yeah,
of my
Brent
life.
Chips is gonna sit there and buy me everything. He's gonna wine and dine me.
Yeah, I want
Don't,
to get
don't
wine and dine.
yeah, why don't you do that table?
I could do that to him.
And not
I'll,
me. How
I'll do that
dare
February.
you?
So we are doing episode 15 on Indie World Showcase. This was, I'll give credit right now. This was Baymax's idea for Indie World Showcase. We watched it a couple times, and yeah, we're gonna go over some of these games and just kind of see what we like, what we didn't like, maybe, and what we're most looking forward to. There was some really good games in this showcase. When Baymax had told me, Nintendo's doing this Indie World Showcase, I was excited because it's coming from Nintendo. I like what Nintendo pumps out, but I was like, is it going to be as good as some of the stuff like the Nintendo Direct we saw not too long ago? And I was really surprised. What do you guys think overall?
I was surprised overall with the indie showcase. Yeah, there was a couple of games on there that were like
A little lackluster.
very, very lackluster. But I mean, it's games that they're being announced for next year because literally next month is next
Yep.
year.
We're like about 10, 11 days out now.
Yeah.
Almost Christmas, and then we'll be in New Year's, and then hopefully we'll get some of these games are getting pumped out. What do you think, Chips?
No, it was pretty interesting. I know some of the really fun games that I played back in the day, like Limbo and Inside and stuff, came from small indie developers. It was a good dishwasher. The Dead Samurai was one that I really liked.
Oh, I want that
Uh,
game so bad on the Switch. It would
and the-
be so perfect.
and yeah, there's definitely some titles in here that remind me back in the day when I played those on the 360.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I've been a pretty big indie fan. We are just talking about this a few minutes ago before we started recording. I know I've been a pretty big indie fan for at least about the last decade or so, maybe a little over. But there's been some good games out there. Is there what games that are indie games you guys play that you really like that stood out to you over like the last 10, 15 years?
Super Meat Boy. Not gonna lie. The Super Meat Boy, there's Dishwasher the Dead Samurai. Like literally that was like when Xbox first came out.
Mhm.
It was like they had no when actually a couple updates before that. Xbox came out with the arcade
Yeah.
section of it, and it
Mhm.
had Dishwasher the Dead Samurai. They had Hexit. They had some other stuff on there. But Dishwasher has a special place in my heart because you play as a dishwasher and you're a dead samurai. You throw like it was so bloody. Like when you throw freaking like knives, you could
Yeah.
bounce them off and like get headshots and like it's
Oh,
so
shut.
weird. Um, and then I mean there was Braid. There was a bunch of good games for indie for the 360.
Yeah, I haven't played Dishwasher. That sounds like an interesting one though, so I'll definitely have to check it out. Yeah, but Super Meat Boy, like you mentioned, oh man, when that one came out, I picked it up right away. I think I picked it up on it wasn't on Xbox. I think I actually picked it up on Steam. So it might have been a little after because I know it was originally released on Xbox, I believe. And
Mhm.
then maybe it came out for Steam a little bit later. But that was a fun one. Braid, like you mentioned, I think was really the big turning point for indie games around that era, like the late 2000s, early 2010s. I think is when it took a big turning point. And you look at the mechanics for like Braid, like being able to reverse and fast forward and all that kind of stuff. It's pretty interesting. And then also Fez was another big one.
Yes, because you play
Took
as
forever to come
Gomez.
out. Yeah, took forever to come out, but that's a chill, relaxing game I like playing. I'm still playing that game. It's just like a cool chill out game to play when you just want to relax.
That one actually deserves a physical edition for like Switch and like
It
some
does.
other but I don't know who owns the rights to that game now due
Who
to Phil.
knows?
I don't know what Phil Fish did, but
Who knows where he's at now? Yeah, I mean that was a whole interesting story with Phil Fish and the development of Fez. I want a Fez plush. I think a Fez plush would look nice in my game room. I wouldn't mind picking one up if they've ever made one. I don't know, but if they did, I'll look for one eventually.
I'll get you a Fez.
Fez
You
hat.
can wear, yeah, you can wear.
Since I'm always wearing hats, I'll put on the Fez hat. How about you, Chips? Any favorite indie games you've played over the last decade or
Um,
so?
I'd say Binding of Isaac. I just got
There
the
you go.
new Repentance one DLC for my Switch. I've been playing that like crazy.
Yeah,
But Dust and Elysian Tale is another good one that I really enjoy. Um, it's one of those offshoot ones that you wouldn't really look into. It's just yeah, came and it kind of came and went. Limited Run did a collector's edition of that one, so I have that one
mm,
sitting in my room. Um,
interesting.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's those are the only two that really come to mind. Like I keep going back to Binding of Isaac. That roguelike
yeah,
is this is really got a hook on me.
yeah. That's another one I need to get into is Binding of Isaac.
It's really
I've seen
fun.
it played a lot. I need to jump into it. Looks very
I
interesting though.
I had over 3,000 hours into Binding of Isaac, the
Jeez.
original.
I have I had the Vita version. I got that one platinumed.
Oh wow,
So
nice.
I gotta get that one for PlayStation 4 Platinum, and that was oh my lord, because they got all these DLCs and stuff that came out for it that didn't come out for the Vita. So there's a lot of
Yeah,
achievements
I'm
or
still trying to
trophies.
collect Vita games. They're hard to come by. But speaking of Vita games, got a Guacamelee here. That's a limited run one.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
Ooh, nice.
I've had that one in my collection for a minute. And yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and go into the Indie World Showcase. The first one that they announced was Sea of Stars, and this one, I mean, looks like your basic RPG. It looks really nice. I mean, it's pretty much graphically, and then as far as like the mechanics when I'm watching the trailer, I mean, it pretty much can rival I think any old school RPG out there.
It it reminded me of like the way that it looks. Yeah,
Mhm,
it's the same creators as Messenger.
mhm.
Um,
Yep,
it
it's
reminded
actually a
me of
prequel to Messenger.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So it reminded me of so much of Golden Sun.
Yeah, yeah, that's very true.
That's why it caught my attention. I was like, I mean, I just picked up Golden Sun for the Diaz, so but
Mhm.
it literally caught my attention, like playing like an old Golden Sun game for the Game Boy Advance. For the Game Boy
Game
Advance.
Boy Advance, yeah.
That's what it reminded me
Yeah,
of.
another really good RPG. Yeah, but this one looked really nice. This one it does have a music. It was stated by is it Yasunori Mitsuda? Hopefully I pronounced that right. Who did compose music for Chrono Trigger, Chrono Cross, and Xenoblade Chronicles 2. So it should have a really good soundtrack on it. But yeah, I love RPGs. This one it just looks really nice. I'm looking at some screenshots right now on the Sea of Stars game.co website. Man, it just looks awesome.
Your eyes are lighting up. You're like, I
Yeah.
want this. It's like I
I
want this game now.
the old school RPGs like, Super Nintendo, PlayStation 1 era are probably some of my favorite games of all time. So,
Mhm.
like Lunar, Thousand Arms, what else is there? Chrono Trigger, of course. Like all those games are,
There's
top of my list.
Xenogears.
Xenogears, yeah. Just such good games. You guys think you'll pick this one up?
Oh, hands on, yes.
I'm a little skeptical on it. I'm not too big on the art. Yeah, I'm not too big on RPGs as far as my gameplay goes. I do keep an open mind.
When you think you know somebody.
Um, I don't know. I have a very particular RPG style that I like to play. Usually, like first person or over the shoulder kind of thing.
Oh,
I
okay,
played
yeah.
I played a little bit of Dragon Age and stuff too, and I did enjoy that until my save got corrupted. Then it's just like it's really hard to get back into. Um, But I don't know.
Yeah.
I think this would be a fun one to maybe like sit down on my breaks and stuff at work and play.
Yeah, for sure. And I think on these, of course, the game mechanics do matter, but for me, it's a lot of it's a story. Um, it almost falls like a lot of them fall like almost like a story of like you would see like an anime or manga, and that's what I like about them is they just have this real kind of like compelling story. It sometimes gets a little generic. You got like the evil wizard you got to beat at the end or whatever it is, but other than that, I mean, they're pretty good. This one looks pretty dynamic, so I'm hoping it's good. It does have a turn-based combat system. Um, it says a story-rich adventure, so hopefully they're not lying to us. But yeah, definitely looking to getting this one. Baymax 2 chips on the fence, but maybe if you pick it up on a sale, it'll surprise you. We'll see.
Oh yeah,
or
definitely.
or
If it's
or
on sale, I'll
or,
probably grab it.
or gift.
There you go.
Or go.
And, moving on to the second game, Alicia, the Oblivion. What was it? The Oblivion of the Twin Goddesses. What do you guys think about this one? This one I was kind of like 50-50 on. The art style looks pretty cool, but it's usually not my style in particular. But what do you guys think?
Uh, it looks okay. I mean, it looks interesting. I can't, talk about it that much. It's like it's something that I might pick up if it's on sale, but if it's not on sale, I'll probably just leave it alone or just watch somebody play it.
Yeah. Yeah, this is Alicia and Aisha. Horrible name, so hopefully I'm saying that right. Are twin sisters, and then says that they're born with certain characters that set them different from ordinary people. I don't know if they meant characteristics. It says characters on the website, but basically, when I was watching the trailer, it looks like you switch between each sister to solve puzzles. I guess each one has different abilities, and then there's a little robot there that reminds me of like Portal, because you can pick up stuff and move it around, and it kind of has that aspect to it. Kind of has like that, I guess, cell shading art style. I don't know if that's exactly what it is, but it looks interesting. I'm kind of with Baymax on that one. If they did a promotion on it, I would probably pick it up and play it. Um, I'm not sure what the price is going to be on it, so if it's not too expensive, maybe I'll pick it up either way.
I
But we'll
think it
see.
would be. Well, I think it's gonna be like a $39.99 game or less.
Okay, hopefully less. 'Cause,
I don't
yeah,
know. I don't know.
it's
It definitely looks interesting. It's I think if my girlfriend gets really into it because it does allow for multiplayer. And
yeah,
um, I think if
could
she
be a
looks at it and wants to be interested in it, and yeah, me and her could probably sit down and play, and I'd totally get it to play that.
good co-op game if you could do like co-op on it and
But it
play
looks like
together.
you have to play it in tablet mode because there's touch controls that you have to use. So,
Well, unless it's a like 2 copy local play kind of thing.
oh, true, because they actually didn't say if it was gonna be local or online play.
Yeah, dual players, adventure and puzzle. It looks interesting. It definitely doesn't look like a bad game. It just doesn't look like one I'd jump at right away. But yeah, definitely interesting art style and yeah, adventure slash puzzle probably be kind of fun.
Yeah,
Let's see. So it's kind of a maybe, I guess, from all of us on that one.
that's a maybe.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm kind of 50-50 on it, but we'll see. Third game that was announced, Locomotive, and we had a lot of comments on this one.
locomotive.
Just to kind of go into Locomotive is it's like a murder mystery game, right? Point and click adventure. And so you're basically on this train, an old lady dies, and you're trying to figure out who the murderer is.
And
Uh,
your characters are the main suspects, so you're trying to prove your
yeah,
innocence and trying to figure out who that murderer is.
yeah. I think they said you can play as three different people, right? On there,
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah,
you're a
There's like a lawyer,
lawyer, I think a butler.
the
I think a
butler
butler.
and a secret service. Oh no, or
Yeah,
some
it
secret
was some
service.
Secret Service lady. Yeah.
Okay, Yeah, and this one, me and Baymax were saying, he said it, and I was thinking it. It looks like Leisure Suit Larry, kind of as far graphically. I'm sure the gameplay and comedy, if there is any comedy, is nothing like Leisure Suit Larry.
A tame version of this game.
Yeah, but it does look interesting. Um, I can get into point and click adventures, especially like murder mystery ones. Kind of makes you think a little bit. They usually have pretty good story. This one graphically, it looks pretty decent. Definitely looks like an indie game. But what do you guys think? You guys think you're gonna pick this one up?
Yeah, I am hands down. I mean, I like murder mystery.
Hmm.
Um, it reminds me a lot of Leisure Suit Larry. So,
Yeah, it does.
or uh, what's that game called? Katana Zero. Like it has that graphics of
Mm.
Katana Zero as well.
How about you, Chips?
I don't know. I'm not too big a fan on point and clicks either. I didn't play a lot of them back in the day,
Hmm.
so I didn't grow up with that genre. I grew up with like Super Mario 64,
Yeah.
running around third person. But I don't know, the graphics and stuff looks like it's more like a side scroller type
Hmm.
um, platform type area. But I mean, definitely an adventure game or a that mystery explorative point and click type game. I don't know.
Yeah.
I might give it a try.
Looks interesting. This one, just noticed we haven't really been given release dates on any of these. I don't think we wrote them down. This one does show summer of 2022, though. That's coming out.
Yeah.
Number of players. This is interesting. It says number of players to be determined. So maybe they might have some co-op or online play. It says to be determined. So there's nothing right now that's saying that it could be multiplayer. But usually games like this from what I've played, are usually singles. So we'll
Mhm.
see. And the publisher is Chucklefish. It's interesting name for a company. But yeah, I think personally, I'll probably pick this one up. Um, it looks interesting. I like it. All right. Next one after that was Ollie World, skateboarding game.
Was it? That, well, yeah.
Ollie World, yeah. Would you, and I was saying earlier, it's nice to see a skateboarding game out there that's not Skate or Tony Hawk. This one kind of gives you a different perspective. It's not like the kind of third person standing behind you skating. It's it's what I guess looks kind of like a platform style skating game.
Hmm. It's like Trials. It reminds me of Trials, but I think you get to create your own worlds.
That would be cool. And I know this is kind of Indie World Showcase from Nintendo, but it does show it. This one is going to come out for Steam, Switch, PS5, PS4, and Xbox. So it looks like it's going to be out for all the consoles out there.
The cancels. I mean, like I said, it looks interesting. So, it's a might. I might pick it. I thought they announced a demo for it or not. I wasn't too sure if they did, but I
I'd be
want
down
to.
to play demo.
Yeah, I mean, I wish all these games had demos,
Yeah.
like it was back in like the early 2000s.
Oh yeah, PlayStation Jam Pack and
Oh yeah,
Xbox Magazine that would come with the demos.
there was so many discs,
I enjoy those. You remember the Pizza Hut demo discs?
dude. I wish I still had those.
I have them right now. Those are some of my favorites. I bought them like a year or two ago just because I was kind of feeling nostalgic. I remember getting them as like a kid, and I was like, man, I need those Pizza Hut PlayStation demos, man, and they're pretty cool. I like the demos back in the day. It was a good way to kind of experience games if you couldn't buy them or rent them. You just play a demo over and over again. I remember I had this demo of Medieval for PlayStation One, and I played the shit out of that over. It was like the first level, and I probably beat it like a dozen times or more.
Dude, that game actually used to give me nightmares.
Medieval, really?
Medieval. Yep, for some reason, it was just one of those games that would give me issues. Like it would give me nightmares, and I was like, I don't know what it was, but I could play like horror games and not get nightmares, but medieval gave me nightmares.
Oh wow. What do you think, Chips? Were you excited to see this one, or what are your thoughts on it?
I'm definitely want to give it a try. It reminds me of like Adventure Time, just the graphic
Mhm.
style of it and everything. It's just very cutesy kind of cartoony kind of atmosphere to it.
Yeah.
Um, I played a little bit of Trials. I think I played the Trials, the Far Cry Dragon. I can't remember.
It's some one for the 360, right?
Yeah, it was the one that came out for the 360. It was when Far Cry came out, Far Cry 3. Um, and yeah, I don't know. It seems interesting. It was kind of difficult for me to wrap my head around the concept of like a side scroller asymmetric type a view.
Because you want to
Uh,
go around and
I know.
all this other.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'll definitely give it a try.
Looks interesting. I like I mentioned, I wouldn't mind playing maybe like a demo. I don't think I would pick this game up personally. It does have that Adventure Time kind of look to it. It just, I think there's so much backlog for me right now that this game it doesn't interest me enough to kind of fit in to that backlog of games I want to play. I'm still waiting to play. I still have like so many Switch games that I purchased that I haven't had a chance to touch yet. So we'll see, maybe down the line. But as much as I usually like skateboarding games, wasn't too pumped for this one. But like I said,
Yeah.
I'll probably demo it if they have a demo for sure.
Okay.
All right, and then moving on from Ollie World. I like the name though. Like
Ollie
Ollie
Ollie Oxen
skateboard.
free.
That's clever. Afterlove EP.
Yes. I've been waiting for this. Like I thought that was the one you're gonna talk about next. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh damn. He's like he started with Ollie Ollie. I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah, so we'll just shit on Ollie World.
No, don't, I'm not I'm not shitting on it. It's
No,
just
I know. I know. I
I
was joking.
I wanted to talk about,
Afterlove
uh
EP.
yeah.
Yeah, this one, it's weird. When I saw this one, the art style at first, I was like, okay, let's see. It's art style's a bit different, but yet the game looked awesome. I'm hoping I like it because it looks like it is going to be a great game. It's going to be available summer 2022. I wish this one was out like at the end of this month, man. I don't want to
Oh,
wait 6 more months.
dude, if it was out at the end of the month, I would be throwing my debit card.
Yeah. This one, though, it says from the creator of Coffee Talk comes a slice of life adventure about love, loss, and music. I think we can all relate to that shit. Um, let's see. So it's one player, adventure music indie is the genre, and publisher is fellow traveler. But yeah, so this one it's like a point and click adventure. There's some rhythm mechanics for music also. It just looks like a good mix of stuff, and if the story's good, I think it's going to be a great game.
I agree. Like, so I love rhythm games.
Mm,
I love them, love them, love them. Like I love the Hatsune Miku rhythm games. I love DDR. I love Guitar Hero and so on.
mhm.
Um, but just watching this trailer, After Love EP, yeah, it's a single line rhythm game. It reminds me of oh my god, what's
Street
that
Fighter 2.
no that table, some weird like table it was on the PlayStation 2. You had these two sticks and it was a drum that you had to beat.
Oh, I know what you're talking about too.
Is it that Taitio or
Something
Something like
like that.
Taiki?
something like
Something
that.
like that. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about though.
That reminded me of that, but just looking at the game and looking at how After Love EP looks, like it caught
Mm,
my attention. Like the art style caught my attention, the rhythm aspect of it, and then like there's like the story, and then I think at the end of at the end of it, you get to listen to the whole album because you're creating
mm,
music and you
yeah.
create and it's from an indie um, from an indie band as well. So it's dope that they're implementing music from from a band making music. I was like, that's dope.
Yeah. Yeah, this one looks like it's going to be fun. What do you think, Chips? Is this your style or?
Rhythm games are definitely my cup of tea. Played the crap out of Guitar Hero.
Hell
Um,
yeah.
and kick Baymax's ass any day.
Mm, mm.
uh, Taiko is the game that he's thinking of. Taiko
Okay.
Drum Master. But no, if it looks like it's going to be more like a visual novel in some parts,
Mhm.
with some aspects of like a point and click kind of adventure. Uh, I'm definitely willing to give this one a try. Not ready just yet to drop my money on getting it day one.
It's
Yeah.
like Corpse Party. It's like Corpse Party. You're reading a bunch and you're doing like minimal stuff. It's you're just reading and playing
The
along.
the story of Corpse Party though really got me hooked. So
Well,
I got to see a
true.
little bit more about what's going on in this one.
We'll see
Yeah.
more soon.
Yeah, and then I'm a fan of like JRPGs, which has a lot of reading. Like I was mentioning, I think I don't know if I mentioned in the last podcast episode or if we are just offline talking about it, but I was playing Persona 4, and I think I was or an hour and a half into that game before there was any action. So I thought the
Oh,
whole
geez.
game it was just going to be
This is
reading
a
and
visual
kind of
novel.
just following along. Yeah. So, but it was fun actually getting some action. So maybe this might have some of those aspects where you're doing a lot of reading, but yeah, throwing some of that rhythm stuff in there, point and click, and I think it'd be pretty fun. I do want to see a physical release of this one if it is a
Mhm.
good game.
Limited run. Listen,
Limited run, yeah.
Right.
Somebody do
please.
it. Well, if limited run does it, we'll probably see it sometime in the next decade. But
I don't know what takes them forever to make freaking games. You're putting games into cartridges. You're dumping files into a cartridge. Yeah, there's going to be thousands and thousands of them, but it should be a seamless process where you could get the game package and then sent out. But
yeah, I'm sure there's some, paperwork that has to get done, manufacturing time and stuff like that, especially then you think about like COVID. But, okay, maybe a few months. I'm actually was excited because I got a notice that my what was it, King of Fighters, or it might have been Fatal Fury. I think King of Fighters, the Orochi Saga is getting shipped with my soundtracks, and I ordered that back in March. We're about to be in
okay,
January the next year, so
you're saying that I ordered my collector's edition of Scott Pilgrim versus the World, the KO edition. I ordered it January 15th.
oh
We're
man,
about to hit January.
they might have just forgot about you.
No,
Haven't
they can't.
oh well, people have received them. They just haven't received like the
Nobody
limited
has.
collectors, right?
Yeah, they're
Nobody
talking
has
about the big box
received.
collection.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I ordered the KO edition.
yeah. And I think other than that, I also have the Doom one that I'm waiting on. The Doom collector's edition is actually holding up my Neo Geo for Switch, the Neo Geo Pocket games, because they have to ship them together. So the Neo Geo Pockets games have been ready like forever, but they said they're not going to ship it until Doom's ready, and Doom's not going to be ready, I think, until like another month or two, maybe from now. So eventually, I'll get all this stuff. But yeah, it does take a while. But
The
it's
Neo,
nice to have that physical option. What else are you going to do?
so that Neo Geo one's actually ready to go, right?
Yeah, it's been ready. I think people have been receiving it already. But since I ordered it together with Doom, they said they
Right,
won't ship
right,
it
right.
until the
Yeah, they got
whole
to hold
order.
off
So
until yeah.
I don't know why, but maybe it's an easier process. But I'm like, I just want my Neo Geo game.
Gotta
About
double
to go to
check.
PlayAsia and order it off PlayAsia.
Oh God.
But anyway, we kind of went off into left field there.
Yes. After Love
Um,
EP.
After
Worth.
Love, yeah. From the trailer and what I've seen so far, I think I'm gonna get it. So
Oh, hands down, I'm getting it.
yeah.
Rhythm, love story, RPG,
Oh,
whatever you want to call it.
I was going to mention also that it's set in Indonesia, which I thought was interesting because a lot of times when you see games, it's either like somewhere in
Japan.
America, or you're like in Tokyo or something. Indonesia, it's a nice kind of change of setting, so that's pretty cool.
Finally, something not in America.
America,
America.
based in New York City, like
Oh
everything else.
God.
Next game that we're looking at on there is Dungeon Munchies. That's an interesting name. Gameplay on this one looks awesome. This one here, release date December 15th of 21. It's already out. December 15th of 2021. So it was released right when the
Mhm.
Indie Direct came out. So
Yes.
one player, indie role playing and action is the genre. Publisher is Chorus Worldwide Games. And what do you guys think about this one? This is like a action platformer, right?
It reminds me of like an indie game of the of like dishwasher, the Dead Samurai. At least that vibe. Um, um, I'm gonna say roguelike before, not just indie game, because it seems like more like a roguelike where you can, like the enemies or whatever that you're killing off or whatever, you can take their basically their corpse and cook it into a stew or something like that to gain special abilities to maybe even like progress further into the story or whatnot.
Yeah, and you play as what? You're basically like a zombie in this one.
That's what it
Yes.
looks like to start off. Yeah.
You're a zombie, and then you're eating like these dishes, I guess, to get powers.
Mhm.
The trailer on this, and this is one I think you just have to look at on the trailer. And if you're watching on YouTube, probably going to have the some of the footage playing without the sound because don't want to get those strikes, but you'll be able to at least kind of see some of the footage that we're talking about. So head over to YouTube later if you're listening to this on like Spotify or Apple Podcasts and check out some of the footage because we're going to be playing it on there as we talk about it. But yeah, I mean, this one it's interesting, man. Looks like kind of has that anime style to it and some like the cutscenes and stuff. And then yeah, it's almost like a. It says here in the description that it's a side-scrolling action RPG. Um,
It's an RPG?
that's what it
Yeah.
says. And some parts almost kind of looks like a Metroidvania type game to me. Like,
Yeah, I could see it being like that.
I'll tell you which game it reminds me of here in a second. Like it literally is technically the same game
as what?
as Rogue Legacy. Each time you die, I mean, you either upgrade or you get these like weird defects, like colored blindness or cataracts.
Jeez. Yeah, this one looks awesome. It's $16.99 right now. You can get it in the on a Nintendo's online store. So I might actually pick this one up
for
on payday, not now.
Yeah.
But
for
I will
Christmas.
actually get this right next Wednesday. Yeah, it's a good Christmas game. Gift this to somebody. But yeah, this is one I'm gonna pick up. Looks cool. Definitely looks like an indie game, but looks fun. Looks well done. What do you guys think? Gonna pick this one up or pass?
Yeah, I think I'm definitely likely to pick this one up. And I probably, same thing as you. Probably not this check, but next check will definitely.
Got to pay them bills first.
Absolutely.
I mean, I might pick it up. It's all depending. I mean, it's Munchies, so I mean, it's all about snacks. And
Schnackty snacks.
yeah, it's like my old username that I used to go by, Mr. Munchums.
You're
Oh
welcome.
wow.
Used to play in the party chats and have his mic really goes and he started like munching down on chips and whatnot.
Mr. Munchums. Sounds like a plushie. Should make a Baymax.
There we
It's
go.
Mr. Munchums.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, it seems like we're all kind of on the same page with that one. Looks like we're gonna get it. And I like the price on it too, $16.99. That's kind of like what you look at when you look at indie games. I don't want to, not to say that indie games can't charge a higher amount, but I stay away from the ones that are like $39.99. unless it looks really good. But
Yeah, I was about to say it has to look like really good, almost like a AAA title
yeah,
for me to spend that type of coin.
yeah. And I mean, there's some AAA titles out there that are garbo and they're like $60. So go figure.
Yeah.
It's roll of the dice, man. You're
Shots
playing
fired! Shots fired!
you're playing roulette out here with these games. What's going to be good and not? Figment 2 is Creed Valley is the next one. And I was not aware of a Figment 1. So go figure. This one is available February 2022, and it's right around my birthday. It doesn't look like they posted a price of this one as of yet. Now, this one, it seems like they're going to have a good soundtrack to it because in the trailer, the guy comes out and he's like playing the guitar and singing. And so maybe he's the composer also for the game. So it might have some music done by them. And but this one, I mean, I don't even know how to explain what this game is. You know what kind of genre this would be considered, or
That I'm not too sure.
let's see here. Yeah, it shows there's you do have to solve puzzles, musical boss fights. That sounds interesting. Unique environments. Um, let's see here. Musical showdowns. That's interesting.
You're gonna fight with music. I'm gonna come out there with my ocarina.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
the main character is like he looks like a I don't know, like somebody wearing like a rabbit hoodie, maybe. It's an odd looking character. He has a wooden sword,
It's
but it looks like
Frank.
it's yeah, almost like a 3D ish style platformer. I don't know, but this one it just didn't really jump out to me much. It looks interesting. It's probably going to have some good music on it, but it just didn't really like jump out to me like I want to get this game, and could be wrong. Maybe they have a demo too. We'll play demo. It'll be awesome. Who knows? But I think I'm going to hold off on this one until either I play a demo or Baymax gifts it to me for my birthday.
I wouldn't do that. I mean, I would, but I would gift you that horse game for the Switch.
The
I
horse
don't,
game.
I don't remember what it was called. Some horse, like type RPG, like storytelling. I don't know how to explain it. It's so weird.
Weirder than this game here, Figment 2.
Oh, well, I mean, it's your figment of your imagination, but
He used the same corny joke.
I'm gonna have to put some drums in the post editing.
I mean, it's we didn't know there was a first game. Now there's a
Yeah.
second game. Like,
What is
it's
going on here?
it's literally a hard pass for me. I mean, it's a game. Don't Nothing wrong with the developers. Nothing wrong with them. It's just something that doesn't catch
Yeah, it's it
my
like
eye on
just
it.
doesn't spark that interest, huh? I am showing though on the Nintendo website there is a demo available, so I think I am going to go and check out the demo at least, just to kind of give it a fair shot, and then if it is a cool game, maybe mention it in the next podcast episode or on like Twitter or something. But I'll probably since it has a demo there for download, I'll check it out and post my feedback later. Hey, what do you think,
True.
Chips? What do you think about this game? It's out there.
Yeah, they they described it as a music adventure platformer.
There you go.
Or music puzzle adventure, something like that.
Mm,
I don't know. Yeah, I definitely have to say it didn't really jump out and grab my attention and whatnot. It does look interesting. I always like my puzzle games. Um, I think I'll be same thing as you, able as try out the demo and whatever, give it that
yeah,
fair shot and
yeah,
go from there.
yeah. I at least want to try out the demo and just kind of see. I don't want to, bash it too hard before I try it, but it doesn't look my style, so we'll see.
Just bashing it so hard.
And then I'm gonna come back next week. Yeah, it sucked. No.
Grab it,
I'm,
grab it in
I'm
the
sure
head,
it's I'm
buddy.
sure it's at least decent, but we'll see. Moving on to another one. I think we all kind of like this one. End Lane Extinction is Forever. So this is one where you play as a fox,
Oh yeah,
And it looks like with some what would they be? Would they be cubs? What's
yeah,
the
they're
or,
cubs.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
they're
yeah?
that's
babies.
the word
Okay.
that they
I'm like, what do you
use.
call a baby fox? Some foxlings. So this one, it's from what I saw, it's basically kind of going to like extinction of humanity, or I guess kind of what humans are doing to the world, and you're like in a fox in this environment, kind of like trying to survive through different elements. From some of the stuff you saw, it looks like burnt forests and stuff like that. Fires probably caused by humans, and so I think it's kind of meant to bring a little bit of awareness to that as well. But this one did look interesting. I like the art style to it. Um, it looks like one of those games that's where there's going to be a lot of kind of puzzles to solve as you try to survive and things like that. So, what do you guys think overall on this one?
I think I'm going to give this one a hard go.
Mhm.
It definitely looks like up my alley of game that I like to play. I like the fact that there's going to be multiple endings or different types
Mhm.
of endings. The cubs that you're trying to get through and stuff like that will. Um, it's kind of more of a sometimes I guess at the very beginning it'd probably be more of a liability, but as you go through and stuff, and you're teaching your cubs how to do some things a little better, so they can
Yeah,
survive. Um, but yeah, I guess they were talking about, yeah, they did make this one for environmental awareness and helping
yeah,
people to understand that um, it is happening, and this is um, so I don't know. It definitely seems something I'd really give it a go.
yeah. What about you, Bay?
Hands down. I mean, it reminds me of Inside or what's it called?
Limbo.
Limbo. Thank you. I couldn't think of a. I literally I was like, what's the other game? I almost called it Bimbo.
That's what I was waiting for.
Almost called it Bimbo. My mom used to call friggin' Limbo Bimbo all the time. Um, but from there, like it's a game that will probably get because if it has multiple endings and you're trying to survive with your cubs, and I like the aspect as well that they're trying to show, um, what humans are doing to the environment. They're
Yeah,
environmentalists. I want to say they're called. They're trying to make sure make sure that people are aware of what we're doing, and that's kind of
yeah,
cool implementing it in a game of
yeah, for sure.
what would happen many years from now.
Yeah, or not even many years from now.
In
Because
the next hour, guys.
yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. But I think there needs to be more awareness to that, to
Yeah.
environmental stuff that's going on in the world. And this one is going to be available spring of 2022, so not too far off from now. It does show it's one player. It's genre would be classified as an adventure, other simulation, and indie, and it's from Handy Games. This one doesn't look like there is a demo as of yet, but definitely one I'm going to pick up and try out. Hopefully, they come out with a demo for it soon. But if not, I mean, this is one that looks, up my alley enough where I would get it. I would purchase it, and looks pretty fun. So I think on this one we're on agreement. We would pick up.
Absolutely.
I think what
Yeah.
would be cool is like if your Cubs get older as the game progresses, and then you can use them, or they can help you out more as the game goes on. That would be really cool.
I think them helping out you more is probably what they're implementing, but as far as older, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah,
Because
like
you
they're
you
at first they're like a liability, like you mentioned, but then
mm,
as the game progresses and they learn, then the AI of course increases for them, and then they're helping
right,
you out
right.
solve puzzles and stuff like that.
It's a burden. Don't worry.
It's a burden. Yeah. At the end of the game, you just have one left, but I'm just joking.
Okay, that's really messed up.
You never know. Hey, it's a video game.
I mean, it's a
It's a
circle of life.
hypothetical situation.
It's a circle of life, guys.
Yep.
And then after that, going into some of the other games, there wasn't really. They kind of just sped and fired off a whole bunch of random ones.
Hmm.
So I'll just go over some of the other ones. Parkosaurus was one where you like own a dinosaur park. It looks like it looked weird. It's
Where's
not
Jazzia?
not it's not like yeah, Jazzia. We need to have Jazzia come in and do a dinosaur fact every episode. I wonder if I could just have her do like like 100 dinosaur facts in one take, and then like in the middle of
Okay.
every episode, we'll do Jazzy's dinosaur fact. That'd be fun.
Did you know?
Dinosaur fact. Um, so it's not like a Jurassic Park style, like the simulation where you have the big park and the dinosaurs. This is more, cartoony. It looks interesting, but again, some of these are just firing off real quick, so I wasn't really able to, get a deep look at them. They had Don't Starve Together, which I don't know if this is an update or a sequel or what's going on, because I know there's already a game called Don't Starve Together, right?
Yeah. Oh, so yeah, there is. But I think this is the first time that it's coming to Switch with
Oh, okay.
all DLC.
Gotcha. So it's just going to be available on the Switch. Okay.
Yeah.
Chicory, A Colorful Tale, Baby Storm, Grime, Gerda, A Flame in Winter, Time Lie, Behind the Frame, The Finest Scenery. They kind of just fired all these real quick, and then
Yeah.
the final one they had is kind of like a quote unquote bonus, Amori. That's Amori.
You actually skipped a game, by the way, but
Oh, I did.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
we'll circle back to it. Yeah, I
yeah,
just
more.
saw. I had it listed after Ollie World. We'll save that one for last, since that's I think it's the
It's one of
one
the
we're
good
all looking
ones.
for. Yeah. So Amori, you were excited for this one, Baymax.
Yes, I actually am. Like, it's actually it's a game that actually came out. I think it was for like Vita or
Oh, really?
I I think it was either Vita or on PC. One of those two. Because I'm hold up. Mori.
It does show it's available for on Steam right now, so you can play it on Steam.
Yes, I
Um,
think it was on Steam, but it's a game. It reminds me a lot of Earthbound. Like you
mhm.
have people following you. There's that RPG aspect of it. The weird RPG aspect to it. Like it's
Yeah.
like it's hard to explain. How do you spell it
Yeah.
again?
Omori. Yeah, it did look like Earthbound.
Yeah, because
That's
it's that like type of game. Like you're playing as this one character, and you're getting all these people to join your team.
yeah. Also kind of reminded me of like Pokemon, that that style, like walking around overhead. But
True.
and it does have some interesting art styles, because on some parts it looks like a traditional, almost like I guess like a Game Boy Advance game or a Super Nintendo game, and then there's some parts of it that are kind of look like sketched out, like on paper. So it does have some interesting art styles in it. The
Yeah,
sprites look pretty cool, but yeah, I mean, this is one I would check it out. I thought they were going to save something like really big, like blow your mind for the end of the indie showcase, but I mean, this looks like a decent game.
Uh,
But it looks like it's already out on Steam. Do you know when it's coming out for Switch?
and didn't announce a date on it.
They didn't announce the date. Okay, yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, and when I was looking at the website, it doesn't show either. So maybe they don't have it as of yet,
They,
a specific date, but
according to the video they show, it is available in spring 2022.
spring 2022. Okay,
Yeah.
so not too long from now.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one again, I would try it out if they had a demo, something like that. I'd have to see it a little bit more, because it's interesting. It's an interesting art style. But I don't know.
I'm getting it. So.
I'm question mark right now. I don't know. So Baymax
Okay.
again. What about you, Chips?
Yeah, I'd probably go with the same thing as you.
Yeah,
I've never seen anything about it. This is the first time I've heard anything about it.
same.
I
Yeah,
never actually played Earthbound, um, and trying to play it now, but legally, is a little difficult on the wallet.
yeah, that's true.
But no, I think I'd be willing to give it a try.
All right,
I'll
so
probably take it from a Baymax or something when he gets it.
there you go. I'll watch see if Baymax streams it and watch him play, and decide from there if I want to Want to get it?
I'll actually buy the game for well, I was gonna say I'll buy it on PC and then just buy it again, but I want a physical edition.
Physical edition of this game would look cool, I think, just because the art style is interesting. I think it
I'm
would look really cool, like on like a Switch physical.
I think they came out with a physical edition. I know they were coming out with a 3DS
Mm.
and 3DS and PS Vita
Mm.
editions. But yeah, that
Well,
was
and
the
then
Kickstarter.
on Kickstarter.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's jump into that final game, and I can't believe I skipped this one. I deserve
Did you not do the other
lashings.
one?
River City Girls 2. That's a title I know a lot of people are looking forward to.
Yes.
I have been looking online. There's people just going bananas over this game. I've not played River City Girls, the original one, but I watched Baymax play a lot of it, and I've seen a lot of gameplay of it. So it looks really cool. I'm debating buying it on PlayAsia because the limited run version is probably really expensive to get. I'm sure, probably 100
It's
plus. So yeah, I might go, and I don't know why. When you can go buy it on PlayAsia, the
for like thirty
multi-language version,
something.
yeah, and it's like $39.99 or something like
It,
that.
Mm-hmm.
it's because it has that variant cover,
Oh, okay.
and then that gloss and holographic cover. Plus, it has the words on there of limited run.
Paying for that
Uh,
brand right there.
that is, I don't care. I'll get the one that says not limited run.
That's the one Genie got as well.
Oh, she
She
got
got
that one.
the
Yeah,
multi-language.
she
Yep.
got that one from PlayAsia and whatnot. She enjoyed it. She absolutely loved that game.
It looks really cool.
Well, you
Now we
gotta.
got the sequel.
Yeah, I'm happy for the sequel, but I hope they bring back a lot of the cast. Like you had for the first game, a lot of the cast were YouTubers. You
Oh,
got
really?
you got
Mm-hmm.
Gerard. I think Gerard was in it. Game Grumps is in it. So
Oh,
Aaron
shit.
and and Danny Sexbang.
Damn.
Um, there's a bunch of people and a lot of pop culture stuff in that game from
Yeah.
on the first game. Now they said they're keeping the same elements of the
Hmm.
first game and like a lot of the first game stuff and adding new stuff to it, and that
Oh, okay.
excites me.
The gameplay looks awesome. The soundtrack is awesome. I mean,
Mhm.
this, it's I don't know, man. I don't even know how to describe it. It's just one of those games that just if you like those style games, which would be what like a side-scrolling
It's a side
Yeah,
fighting
scrolling.
so
fighter
So
brawler.
so
brawler.
like
There you go.
yeah, like the game behind you, Abel, Final Fight,
Yep,
the
there you
like
go, right
Shoots
there.
of Rage, um, what else? There's a bunch of side scrolling beat 'em ups,
Yeah,
but yeah,
'90s was nothing but platformers and
I was like,
side-scrolling beat 'em ups.
yeah. So like, and then you got River City Ransom
There you go. Yeah,
as well. So you're like, and you get to play
Double
as the original,
Dragon.
yeah, Double Dragon. You
Yeah,
get to play the original characters as well from River
yeah,
City Ransom, Cunyo and freaking Ricky.
that's
And
pretty cool.
I'm like, hell yeah. And then they're introducing two new characters, and you get to do local and online play. Like, holy shit.
Holy shnikes! Yeah, it looks really good. I'm picking this one up for sure. I hope they do a physical edition of this one because
Oh,
I'm getting River City Girls for sure. And if they do a physical of two, I'm picking that up
they're gonna do
ASAP.
they're gonna do a physical edition of River City 2 due to the first one through
Hmm.
limited run.
Mm-hmm.
Hands down, the second one is gonna come through limited run already announced it.
Oh, did
Because I
they?
yeah, but so during E3 we talked about this during the E3. River City 2 or River City Girls 2 was announced through the limited run showcase.
Right on, man. Yeah, I would. I'd jump on it if I can. I don't know if they're gonna do if it's like a limited, 2,000 copy thing that they do sometimes, or if they're gonna have more
Mm.
copies available. Because those 2,000 copies, you got to jump on those like within a minute of it being released.
Oh
I know on
god,
a lot
right?
of them, I've I'm entering. You have to have your credit card information saved on there, like on your phone, like where you can just tap it in it. Because if you're sitting there trying to put in your credit card information, by the time you hit
it's gonna
submit,
sell out.
it's gone. Yeah, it's done.
You know what I do?
It says thanks for playing, and then it just kicks you out of the browser.
You know what I
So-
you know what I do? I actually have on a sticky note, well, had on the sticky note on my desktop my card info. The only thing I had to do was literally like I already had it highlighted, Control C paste, and then
Mm.
I could type quickly with one hand my expiration, the CVV, and everything.
Why do you have
And
one hand that you're typing with, Baymax? I just want to know that.
because I'm gonna be sipping my coffee with my left hand.
Oh, okay. We
So
just need some context there.
I mean, when you're working with a 10 key, you
Yeah.
use one hand. Do you want to use both hands? Go.
I still pick
Yeah.
when I type. No, for sure. Yeah, dude. I just have it saved on my phone, on my iPhone. So as soon as it shows that credit card field, I just tap it. It pastes everything. I just gotta hope that I'm quick enough because I've gotten a few limited run games when they do those 2,000 limited copies. Or I think there was one that they did 1,000. I was trying to get recently. I can't remember what it was, if it was a Vita game or not. But yeah, you got to be super quick.
The Super Meat Boy game
It might have been
that
Super Meat
everyone
Boy.
missed.
Was that one recently?
Yeah,
That
one of
was
the
a
more
couple
recent
months
ones.
back
That might have been it
Yeah.
then. Yeah. That
because it
sucks.
was for the Vita. It was for the
Yeah.
Vita, and then
Vita games are like gold. You got to jump on it, or
Oh, absolutely.
Vita collectors don't mess around. But yeah, overall thoughts on Indie World. You guys think majority of these games you'd play or would consider playing?
consider playing on most of these games due to it is the end of the year as well, so it's the end of the year for Nintendo. So they just wanted to showcase games that are coming out for 2022 for indie games.
Yep. Yeah, it's 2022 is going to be nice. We've got a lot of nice like AAA games coming out. Some
Mhm.
obviously some cool indie games coming out, like we just discussed. So we got like the Kirby and some of the other ones that we had mentioned in the
Can't wait for that
previous
one.
episode. Games coming out in 2022. It's just going to be a nice year for games.
Before we start wrapping up, there was one other thing that they didn't show on Indie World because it's an indie game. It
Mhm.
was the DLC for Cuphead.
Oh, okay.
There's more DLC coming out for Cuphead, and it's called the Delicious Last Course.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Nice. I'm a big Cuphead fan. I like insanely difficult game, frustrating game. I don't know if I get more frustrated with Meat Boy or Cuphead. I think it's Cuphead. I just
I just
I
want to
enjoy
headbutt
it.
things when
Yeah,
I
I,
play
I
that
enjoy
game.
it so much, both those games. But man, like you get tilted when you just try the same level like a dozen times and you can't get through it. Maybe I'm just bad. I don't know. But,
Forcefully grip your controller and then start twisting it.
and then the thing is Meat Boy shows you how many attempts you had.
Second you finish the level, yeah.
Dozens of deaths, so you just know how much you suck. But
I
yeah,
kind of suck at Super Meat Boy. Mind you,
I think
I
everybody kind of sucks at Super Meat Boy.
I find that game calming to play.
Really?
I don't know why. I think it's because the constant deaths.
Maybe. It's relax. It's soothing. All the blood.
Just
Yeah, I
meat
would like to see
grinded against the wall.
another Super Meat Boy. It'd be cool.
There is a new Super Meat Boy.
Is there?
It's called Super Meat Boy Forever.
Oh no! I've seen that one. I mean another one. I want him to keep going, just like
That
Cuphead.
is
I
the
want to see more.
no, the Super Meat Boy Forever is an actual continuation
No,
of the
yeah,
first.
I'm saying I've seen that one. That one was in limited run too, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen that one. I'm saying I want to keep seeing more Super Meat Boys,
Oh, okay.
like continue it over like Star Wars, like it just doesn't stop.
You should probably do one where you're playing as Dr. Fetus.
Mm.
Do
Dude,
do
I
another
want to
one
Son
where you're
of
playing
son
as
of Meat Boy.
Band-Aid girl.
There you go.
I want a tattoo of Dr. Fetus
Or like Donkey Kong Country with Diddy Kong, like you can just tap back and forth between Meat Boy and Bandage Girl.
Oh my god.
I'll play some Donkey Kong now.
There you
Donkey
go. Yeah.
King.
Donkey King.
I mean, we could play Donkey King with the Super Nintendo shop on Switch.
Yeah.
Well, I can't because my online thing expired. So
Let's hop on that family plan, Abel.
I'd be down.
I mean, if we
yeah,
all
that might be a good idea. Yeah.
okay, if we all split the family plan, we could do the freaking what's it called? The one with the expansion pass.
hmm
Yeah.
If we
Which I
all
think is
chip in,
$70. I was
70
just, I was
bucks.
just, I was just looking at it too. It's $70 for it now.
Yeah. And
did
it's
they
how
drop
many
the price?
people?
It's on a sale right now.
Oh,
So,
okay.
so for 12 months, it's $70.
And that's for how many people? 10? Up to 10 or up to 8, something like that, right? It's up there.
Yeah, I got my Switch right here. Let me double check.
Yeah, let me log in.
The more people we have on there,
Yeah,
the cheaper it is for everyone.
it's a good tactic. I mean, we did the family plan for Level Up Expo, so
Oh
let's do a
yeah.
family plan for everything.
I mean,
That's how you save money.
I bought Brandon's ticket, so freaking we got. Well, I paid for Brandon's. This is Brandon's like gift for Christmas
And
There
birthday.
you go.
and,
birthday.
and birthday
And Kwanzaa.
and Kwanzaa. Even if it was just the three of us,
It's still not that bad, yeah.
it's
what?
$23 and like 30 cents. So round it off to $24
There you go.
for a
So if you're
year.
looking to get a Nintendo Online expansion out there, do the family plan if you have some friends and save some money. Moral of the story. But yeah, so well, Chips is looking that up. Oh no, are you still looking that up, Chips?
Yeah, my Switch is
Okay.
kind of lagging a little bit.
All right, no problem. So let's go ahead and just wrap it up. Indie World is a fun one to record. I like this thing. I'm glad Baymax suggested it. I think I've watched it like 3 times already. Really excited for a couple of these games, and I'm sure I'll play at least a few others. So, Baymax, where can people find you online?
Oh my. On OnlyFans. Nah, I'm joking.
Don't joke. You know you have an OnlyFans.
You're not joking at all.
I mean, it's so true. I do have an OnlyFans. It's literally a picture of me and then my friends in the background. You can find me on Twitter as brownbaymax_TV. Please, 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 please type it that way. Or it will
Type in that
lead you.
underscore.
It will lead you to some inappropriate stuff. So
Thank you.
brownbaymax_TV, or on Twitch as brownbaymax, or if you guys don't use Twitch nor Twitter, Instagram, you can find me as brownbaymax.tv.
Instagram. And then, yeah, for myself, the Able Geek on mostly active on Twitter. I do stream on Twitch like once a week, usually on Fridays now. I wish I could stream more on Twitch, but it's get too busy. So you can catch me on usually late nights, Twitch, the Able Geek, Twitter, the Able Geek as well. And also follow the podcast as well. We got a Twitter for the podcast, which is twitter.com/Modern Gaming Pod. We also do got the patreon.com/Modern Gaming Weekly. If you want to see some cool behind the scenes stuff that goes on and bloopers and whatnot. And then I feel like a lot of the bloopers now, we're just kind of leaving them in. I'm not cutting a lot of it out unless it's like a little too inappropriate. Then you'd have to catch that, off the actual podcast. And then also Instagram as well. We have a Modern Gaming Weekly on Instagram where I put the episodes when they go live, as well as some behind the scenes stuff that we do as well for editing and whatnot. It's just a lot of stuff on there. So go check it out. And then Chips, you can also find Chips here on this podcast.
Yep.
Or just message me if you need to get a hold of Chips.
Yeah, he also has a PO box that's coming out if you want to send him some stuff. I'm just joking.
Well, I do console repairs as a side thing. So I mean, I've always
Hey, there
worked
you
with some people and stuff like that. So
Work on your socials, sir.
I know I need to do so.
Yep. Modern Gaming Chips. .ttv.
Doritos.
Org.
Oh my
I
lord.
don't know.
Tapatio. No.
Tapatio. Yeah, there you go. TTV Tapatio.
Oh, there you go.
All right, guys. It's been a fun episode, and until next week, we will catch you guys later.
Bye.
Peace out.